Hi! Today we have Opel Corsa D model with 1.4 petrol engine. I'm going to show you how to change the timing chain. First I'm going to start by raising the vehicle, removing the right front wheel, and also I'm going to open this cap so I can drain the coolant. And I'm going to remove the air filter housing here. I'm going to open this metal bracket and remove the filter. The filter is only on fast pins, so if I just pull out this side, and after that I have to pull out towards to the left side of the vehicle, and I can remove it from the vehicle. So now I'm going to open these two bolts here with Torx 20. One we have at the bottom, also with Torx 20. Here it should be plastic fast pin, but probably it was broken, and there is a plastic clip. And I can remove this small plastic cover. Now you can notice there was an oil leak from somewhere. We are going to fix that. And next I'm going to open this plug to drain the coolant. While I wait for the coolant to drain, I'm going to use 11mm wrench, and when I push it like this, the tensioner, you can notice that the tension of the drive belt is loosened, and I can remove the drive belt. And after that I can open this 6 bolts with 5mm hex wrench to remove the crankshaft pulley. Next I'm going to remove this hose from the coolant radiator. And also I'm going to open this bolt to remove the to release the spring from the tensioner for the drive belt. This one can be opened with female Torx 12. Next I'm going to lower the vehicle. I'm going to support the engine, and I'm going to remove the rubber mounting. I have lowered the vehicle and I have supported the engine. So next I'm going to open this one bolt here with Torx 20 to remove this hose for the air filter. Also I'm going to loosen this metal bracket that is holding this hose on the throttle body. I'm going to disconnect the air meter. First I have to pull up this yellow part, and after that I can press and disconnect from the air meter. And after that I'm going to remove this plastic cover on top of the ignition coil, and I'm going to remove the ignition coil, 2 bolts with Torx 30. Next I'm going to disconnect all the wiring here from the thermostat, oil pressure sensor, camshaft sensor, defrazers, and etc. And I'm going to remove this rubber mounting. We have 3 bolts with female Torx 14 and 2 bolts with female Torx 18. Also I have pulled out this hose. I have pulled up the metal pin, and I have used some penetrating oil. I have splashed here, so I can easily remove this plastic bracket, because they can be sometimes they can be very well tightened and needs some lubrication, so you can remove them easily. Next I'm going to remove the valve cover. Now we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 bolts with female Torx 10. And now we can see the timing chain. Also we can see the inside of the engine. Now according to this the engine is looking like well maintained, but as you can notice there is a lot of movement of the timing chain. That's why it needs to be replaced. Next I'm going to remove this aluminum bracket that is connected with the engine mounting. There are 3 bolts. They can be opened with female Torx 14. I have opened the bolts from the aluminum mounting, but I still cannot remove it from the engine. Also I have opened 3 bolts from the coolant pump pulley with female Torx 12. But the problem is I still cannot pull out the aluminum mounting. So next I'm going to try to release the air conditioning compressor because I have to remove it to remove the crankshaft housing. The AC compressor are holding 3 bolts with female Torx 12. I have removed the bolts from the AC compressor, so now I'm going to try to... Yep. So now it can be removed from this side. And next I'm going to disconnect the hose of the coolant. I'm going to open this bolt of the tensioner with female Torx 12, and I'm going to remove the bolts from the coolant pump just to see how many are. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bolts with female Torx 10. I have removed the coolant pump. There was 1 more bolt, so there are 10 bolts in total. And this bolt here you can see it can be opened with 11mm wrench. That one is a plug to drain the coolant from the engine, because there is still coolant inside. Next I'm going to open the 2 bolts of the alternator with female Torx 14, and after that I'm going to remove the camshaft sensors, and also I'm going to remove these solenoids for the variable valve timing. Next I'm going to remove the timing chain cover. There are 13 bolts. They can be opened with female Torx 10, or they can be opened with 8mm wrench. You can use it also. And 2 bolts we have here, they can be opened with female Torx 12. And we have 4 bolts on the oil pan. They can be opened with female Torx 10. And also the center bolt of the crankshaft pulley. That one can be opened with female Torx 18. But first we have to lock the crankshaft so we can open that bolt. To lock the crankshaft we have to open this plug here with Torx 55, and then we can install a tool to lock the crankshaft. And also here, as you can notice, the camshafts are already aligned, so that means that the crankshaft should be also aligned. They can be locked here with some kind of tool. With a lot of struggle I have managed to remove this bolt, because the head of the bolt has snapped, and with some welding I have managed to remove the bolt. So now I can remove the crankshaft pulley, and I have to open these 4 bolts of the oil pan and open these 2 bolts with female Torx 14 to remove the timing chain cover. I have removed the timing chain cover. Also I have locked the camshafts here. I use 5mm some metal, and now I can remove the tensioner, 2 bolts with female Torx 10. Next I'm going to remove this bolt with Torx 40. And these 2 bolts with Torx 30. I have removed the plastic guides, and I have removed the timing chain. So now I just have to remove these plastic slides, 2 bolts, also with female Torx 10. And now I can install the new ones. Now we can notice on the slides that there are some marks of damage, but it wasn't 100% bad, but it needed to be replaced. Here I have a new timing chain kit that I'm going to install on the vehicle. Now inside we have the gasket, here is the tensioner, we have 2 plastic slides, third one, timing chain, rubber seal for the crankshaft, we have a plug, new plug for the where the crankshaft is locking, but unfortunately this bolt is wrong, so I'll have to search another bolt for the crankshaft pulley. I have installed the gasket, installed the plastic guides, installed the timing chain, installed the tensioner. So now I'm going to remove the pin, let the tensioner to work. And next I'm going to, also you can notice I have cleaned the oil pan, because the oil pan is glued here with silicone. I am going to put some silicone here, and I'm going to install the timing chain cover. There is a plastic plastic filter here, it's like a filter for bigger parts. I have removed that also, I have cleaned it. I have cleaned the timing chain cover, I have washed it. Also I have replaced the radial seal on the crankshaft. and I have put some silicone for the oil pan, so now I can install the timing chain cover. I have installed the timing chain cover. I have installed 12 bolts. Now the 13 bolt is a little bit longer than the other ones, and that one should stay. That one should stay here. Should be installed here. And also I have installed the other two bolts that are bigger. They can be tightened with female Torx 14, and this one can be tightened with female Torx 10. Also I have installed 4 bolts on the oil pan. I have tightened all the bolts. Next I'm going to install the alternator. There are 2 bolts with female Torx 14. Next I'm going to install the tensioner. 1 bolt also with female Torx 14. And also I'm going to install the coolant pump. The coolant pump are holding 10 bolts with female Torx 10. Next I'm going to install the aluminium mounting. I have slided through this side where the compressor is. So now I'm going to install the coolant pump pulley, and after that I can tighten the aluminium mounting. I have tightened the coolant pump pulley, also I have tightened the aluminium mounting. Now I can install the drive belt for the alternator and coolant pump, and I can install the rubber mounting. 3 bolts with 14mm female Torx and 2 bolts with 18mm female Torx. Now I'm going to install the camshaft sensors and also the solenoids for the valve variable valve timing. Next I'm going to install the AC compressor. The AC compressor are holding 3 bolts that can be tightened with female Torx 12. Next I'm going to install the rubber hose for the coolant radiator. Next I'm going to install the valve cover. I'm going to put some silicone here because I can see there is a small difference between the cylinder head and the timing chain cover. I have installed the valve cover, tightened the bolts with female Torx 10, installed the ignition coil. Now I'm going to raise the vehicle to finish the work from the lower side of the engine. I have raised the vehicle, so now I'm going to install the hose on the coolant radiator, and also I'm going to install the plug, tighten it with Torx 55. Next I have installed the crankshaft pulley. Now I have tightened it with different bolt because the original one was damaged and there was wrong bolt into the timing chain kit. Now I'm going to install the second part of the tensioner because the tensioner is a little damaged here, so it should be stay together with the spring, but it can work with no problem like this, so it will be a little easier for installing, but everything is is working fine. And after that I can install the crankshaft pulley and can install the drive belt. I have installed the crankshaft pulley, 6 bolts with 5mm hex wrench. Also I have installed a drive belt. I can install put 11mm wrench here on this bolt, and I can push the tensioner. So now I'm going to install the plastic splash guard here. 2 bolts with Torx 20, one at the bottom, and here one fast plastic pin. I have lowered the vehicle. I have installed the front wheel. Now I'm going to install the air filter and also the hose for the air filter, and I'm going to refill it with coolant, and I'm going to start the engine. I'm going to let it to work for a while, and after that I'm going to change the oil and oil filter. Now the engine is ready to be started up. It started right away and it's working perfectly. And think now it's starting even faster. I'm going to let the engine to idle until it reaches normal working temperature, and after that I'm going to refill with more coolant, and also I'm going to replace the oil and oil filter. This means that I am finished. If you like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and thank you for watching.